Hey YouTubers, it's Charlie. So a lot of you guys had extra questions about the explanation for Zoom, Hunter Zolomon on The Flash Season 2. So this video is going to explain that stuff. Just careful for spoilers through episode 18 on The Flash if you haven't seen it yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the story that they gave us in the episode. Then I'll explain some of the twists. So here we go. What they explained is that as a child, Hunter Zolomon was forced to watch his father kill his mother. His father was sent to prison. He was sent to the American Horror Story orphanage, grew up to be a serial killer, was convicted of 23 murders with his ZZ Top Charles Manson beard there, was thrown into an institution, and actually the name of the institution is an Easter egg. It's the Perez Institute. George Perez was a long-time DC artist. He was actually the one that did the artwork for Crisis on Infinite Earths, Infinite Crisis, whole bunch of other DC titles. But while he was in there, they were giving him electroshock. Amid one of those sessions, the Earth-2 particle accelerator exploded. He was hit with a dark matter wave and got Speed Force powers just like Barry. As a deranged person with Speed Force powers, he became the Zoom character, but didn't get the name Zoom until that story that Harrison Wells told a couple episodes ago, where he said that he got a bunch of cops in a house, killed them all but let one survive. Then once that cop explained that all he saw was lightning zooming all around, that's how he got the name Zoom. His name was never Jay Garrick, so that's actually a question that we're going to have to come back to in a second. But ever since then, he started using Velocity 9 to try and get even faster, try and get even stronger, and that's where he ran into problems, where it started degrading his cells. So that's when he got the brilliant idea to go back in time, get a previous version of himself, just to mess with people. So this is the previous version of himself before he started taking Velocity 9. That's why his lightning is still the same color as Barry's, because he hasn't got to the point where he's as fast as his future self with the use of Velocity 9. So when the wormhole opens, he sends the previous version of himself through to become the Jay Garrick persona and insert himself with Team Flash, and the rest is history. The rest we've seen all play out on screen. Learn to find a cure, but really come in time to find that the only thing that will heal him is the Speed Force naturally taken from the cells of another speedster like Barry. So let's just answer the biggest question first. If Zoom killed the previous version of himself, why is he still alive? Why wasn't he erased from the timeline? Well, he calls it a time remnant. It's the same logic that explains how the Reverse Flash came back this season, but from before he became Harrison Wells. Well, what the writers are doing is they're using the Speed Force to kind of bend the traditional ideas about how space-time works on TV shows. So they haven't really explained the logic behind time remnants that well, but maybe they did and it just hit the cutting room floor. But this version of Hunter Zolomon that he killed from earlier in the timeline was just a copy. It wasn't the original. I know it totally doesn't make sense. You can totally yell at them at Comic-Con, or if they ever do a Q&A, you can be like, could you please explain this? But here's the other big thing. This is one of the funniest things that I saw on Twitter the other day after the episode aired. Mark Waid, one of the biggest Flash comic writers of all time, was really pissed off at what they had done with the Jay Garrick character. What he was mad about is that he thought the TV show was saying that Jay Garrick had never been a hero, he was always a murderer. But here's where it gets really exciting. Greg Berlanti, who's, kind of in charge of everything, he's like the captain of the ship, said that, don't worry, we would never do that to a beloved character like Jay Garrick. And this is what I think he meant, is that all the versions of this person here, the one who we know as Zoom and Hunter Zolomon, they're all Hunter Zolomon. One of them was just pretending to be Jay Garrick. So what does that mean? Well, the exciting thing now is that there is a version of Jay Garrick somewhere out there that they're keeping in their back pocket. It could be the man in the metal mask, which I'm actually kind of hoping it is. It could be someone else. So if they're going to make us wait till the very last episode to find out who's underneath that mask, that's kind of why I think it's Jay Garrick, because it's going to be like, here's that awesome comic book character that you've loved for so long. Look, he wasn't a villain. We weren't dragging him through the mud the whole time. In the comics, Hunter Zolomon does become the Zoom character, but the way it happens, the backstory, it's all very different. So even though the TV shows changed that, they've kept the name the same. Like Hunter Zolomon, all the versions of Hunter Zolomon have always become Zoom. This one just happens to be pretending to be Jay Garrick. So now the real question is how are they going to surface Jay Garrick? Is the man in the metal mask going to be another future version of this character here? Is it going to be a completely different actor? Because there are only a couple ways that they could surface Jay Garrick now. It all depends on where the name Jay Garrick came from. That's what the show has not explained yet. Who is Jay Garrick, and how did Hunter Zolomon get his name? Did he just invent the name, or did he borrow the name from another person? They haven't explained that yet. So let me know in the comments, who do you think the real Jay Garrick is? Is it another version of this Teddy Sears actor here, or is it going to be a completely different actor? Giveaway time though. If you guys didn't know, there is a new round of the Flash giveaway. I mean, it's a DC giveaway. All you have to do to enter is be a subscriber and leave a comment on this video. I'm going to be doing a Flash trailer video for the next episode in a couple days. I'll announce the winner when I post that. If you guys didn't see it, I just did a big video for Iron Man in the new Spider-Man movie. They just confirmed that Robert Downey Jr. is going to be in that new Spider-Man movie. You can click here to learn all about it. There's all kinds of funny Aunt May, Tony Stark stuff going on now. And you can click here for my big Flash video from earlier this week. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Let's high five. I'll see you guys tonight.